Hi all, welcome back to part 2 of our deep dive into the Trader's Handbook. In the first part we cover the foundational principles, the trader's journey, and the critical importance of risk management, edges, and setups. Now we're going to unlock the advanced routines, the science of stock selection, and the post-analysis frameworks that transform good traders into great ones. If you want to know how top performers like Mark Minervini, William O'Neill, and the authors themselves consistently find the best stocks, manage their routines, and adapt to changing markets, this is where the real edge is built. Talking about edges, over the past 3 decades of trading, I've read hundreds of books on trading that have shaped my strategy and helped me build a clear, step-by-step approach to trading and investing. I share this knowledge with our group, where both new and experienced traders can accelerate their journey and dramatically shorten their learning curve. If you'd like to be part of this group, check out the links in the description below. You'll get access to my custom-built breakout scanner, refined through over 30 years of trading experience, which is designed to spot high-quality stocks breaking out with strong momentum and low-risk entry points. You'll also gain full access to all of my past and future trades, along with a comprehensive strategy PDF that details every aspect of my trading strategy. With that said, let's dive in. Let's begin with a simple truth. Consistency in trading comes from consistency in preparation. The best traders don't just react to the market, they have routines that keep them in sync with developing themes, sector rotations, and the health of the overall market. The daily routine starts an hour before the market opens. Review pre-market price action, finalize your focus list of 1 to 5 names, and set alerts on your positions and top ideas. If it fits your style, scan for pre-market movers, high-volume candidates, and significant gaps. Visualize how the day might unfold, and prepare a game plan for each scenario. At the open, track your positions and focus list, sort your watch lists by volume, price change and closing range, and be ready to act on your pre-planned setups. During market hours, monitor price action, take notes and research promising stocks. In the last hour, check your positions, note any standouts, and decide whether to hold new trades overnight. After the close, review your actions, update your trade journal, and run your daily screens to prepare for the next day. The weekly routine is just as important. Set aside time each weekend to analyze your trades, review the major indexes, and run your universe screens. Save promising ideas to your watch lists, note developing trends, and build your weekly focus list. The goal is to have a maximum of 15 actionable names, with a strong bias towards those in leading themes, showing multiple edges and close to completing a setup. And don't forget to take time away from the screens. Mental reset is crucial for long-term performance. Now let's talk about stock selection. The book's TIGERS acronym summarizes what to look for: theme, innovation, growth, edges, relative strength, and setup. Each market cycle is driven by transformative themes. Think AI, cloud computing, or electric vehicles. Within these themes, focus on companies with innovative, standout products. Think NVIDIA's AI solutions or Palantir's AI tech. Then look for rapid earnings and sales growth. You can use filters while screening to identify the best growth names in your selected stock universe. Then look for clear technical edges that we covered in part 1 of the book. Further use screens to filter for relative strength and liquidity. But remember, the final step is always manual review. Look for setups in stocks that trend cleanly, respect moving averages, and show signs of institutional accumulation. Screening is both an art and a science. The book recommends starting with broad universe screens, like the Stage Analysis Leaders or Minervini Trend Template screens, to find stocks in early uptrends with strong fundamentals and technicals. Then, narrow your focus with specialist screens for unique opportunities, like high-volume breakouts or gap ups. The key is to build a funnel. Start with hundreds of names, and then filter down to a handful of high-potential setups. Once you have them, you must keep them in a watch list, set alerts, and possibly have a predetermined position size based on the trading edges present. The idea is to create a frictionless trading setup that doesn't force you to take unplanned or hasty decisions. One of the most overlooked aspects of trading is the power of specialization. The book is adamant. You don't need 10 different strategies. In fact, the best traders in history often mastered just 1 or 2 setups and waited patiently for the market to deliver the right conditions. This is the antithesis of the jack of all trades, master of none approach that plagues so many new traders. Instead, you want to become the go-to expert in your chosen setup, whether it's the launchpad, the gapper, or the classic base breakout. Build a personal playbook of annotated examples, study them until you can spot them in real time, and ignore the noise. Position management is the next piece of the puzzle. Your sell rules should match your goals and time frame. This is essential because this is where many traders give back their hard-earned gains. The book distinguishes between selling into strength and selling into weakness. Early-stage traders should focus on consistency. Take partial profits at predefined levels, say 3x of risk, raise stops to break even, and trail the remainder behind a moving average. More advanced traders can use discretion, selling into strength when the stock becomes extended or into weakness when it breaks key support. The goal is always to capture the meat of the move, not the exact top or bottom. The book also emphasizes the importance of building model books, collections of annotated charts of past market leaders. Study how they set up, broke out, trended, and eventually broke down. Look for common characteristics, high volume breakouts, respect for moving averages, and periods of tight price action. Use these precedents to build intuition and confidence in your setups. But finding the right trades is only half the battle. The real edge comes from post-analysis and continuous improvements. The Trader's Handbook dedicates an entire chapter to post-analysis, trade journaling, and building your own rule set. After each trading period, sort your trades by return and analyze your top 5 winners and bottom 10 losers. For each trade, collect the chart, your rationale, the setup and entry tactic, position size and risk management. Mark up the chart at your entry point, grade your execution, and note what you did well and what you could improve. Track key metrics: batting average, average gain and loss, risk to reward ratio, max gain and loss, and average trade length for winners and losers. The goal is to identify your strengths and weaknesses and then adjust your rules and routines accordingly. If you notice that all your biggest losses come from one type of setup, limit its use and see how your performance changes. If your average winner is increasing, consider holding positions longer. And if it's declining, tighten your exits. Your trading rules are your contract with yourself. They should be written down, specific, and detailed enough that another trader could follow them. The book recommends organizing your rules into 7 sections: market analysis, stock selections and routines, edges, setups and entry tactics, risk management and position sizing, sell rules and position management, post-analysis and journaling, and contingency planning. Define exactly how you'll analyze the market, select stocks, manage risk, and execute trades. Update your rules regularly based on your post-analysis. Let's talk about market cycles, a concept that separates the pros from the amateurs. The market moves in cycles, driven by liquidity and human psychology. The best traders develop systems to identify when the environment is favorable for their style and when it's time to step back. To identify your environment, use moving averages on the major indexes to define uptrends and downtrends. Add breadth indicators, market gauges, and leading stocks, key stocks that institutions are supporting. When your cycle turns on, start testing the waters with small positions. If trades are working, increase exposure, and if not, stay defensive. The strongest cycles occur after significant corrections, when most traders are still fearful. That's when the biggest opportunities arise. But what about adapting to market evolution? The Trader's Handbook provides a robust framework for finding new edges and setups as the market evolves. The process is scientific. Start with an observation or hypotheses, collect examples and data, analyze the results, and draw conclusions. For example, you might notice that certain types of gap downs rebound more often in bull markets than in bear markets. By systematically studying these patterns, you can develop new setups and redefine your edge. The book encourages you to collaborate with other traders, share findings, and build a community of continuous improvement. Let's reinforce the key psychological lessons. Trading is a game of probabilities, not certainties. The best traders are humble, adaptable, and always learning. They treat trading like a business and not a hobby. They focus on process over outcome, execution over prediction, and risk management over ego. They know that every loss is a lesson, and every win is an opportunity to refine the trading edge. To wrap up, here are the core takeaways from the Trader's Handbook. First, trading success is built on a foundation of simplicity, focus, and discipline. Second, risk management is the cornerstone of longevity. Third, routines and preparation are non-negotiable. Fourth, continuous improvement through post-analysis and rule refinement is the path to mastery. And finally, the market rewards those who are prepared, patient, and willing to do the work that others avoid. Before we close, let's highlight the importance of community and continuous learning. The authors encourage you to share your work, participate in challenges, and engage with other traders. Trading can be a lonely pursuit, but by connecting with others, you accelerate your learning and stay accountable. Remember, trading is a journey. There will be setbacks, drawdowns, and periods of frustration. But with the right mindset, process, and commitment to improvement, you can achieve extraordinary results consistently. Thanks for watching.